You've probably heard that complex carbs are better for your health than simple carbs. True, but do you know their molecular differences and how they affect your health? In this video, I'm going to explain to you with paper clips and apples the difference so you'll never forget it. We will go over the 5 most unhealthy carbs that you should totally avoid in your daily diet, but I'm also going to give you some healthy alternative options. And lastly, I am going to remind you what are the most precious and healthy carbs that you should totally include in your daily diet. Shall we? What are carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are the macronutrients that we need in the largest amounts since they are the body's main source of fuel. They can be stored in the muscles and liver and later used for energy. Carbs are needed for proper function of the central nervous system, the kidneys, the brain, and the muscles, including the heart. On top of that, carbs are important in intestinal health and waste elimination. Carbs are made up of 3 components: fiber, starch, and sugar. Fiber and starch are complex carbs, while sugar is a simple carb. The nutritional value of a carb depends on how much of these components it contains. Now let's see the difference. What are simple carbs? Nicknamed bad. Simple carbohydrates are composed of simple-to-digest basic sugars with little real value for your body. The higher in sugar and lower in fiber, the worse for your health. Simple carbohydrates include monosaccharides, 1-unit sugars, like glucose, fructose, and galactose, and disaccharides, 2-unit sugars, like sucrose, lactose, and maltose. Simple carbs like table sugar or candies are absorbed directly since they don't require further breakdown, hence the drastic spike of sugar in the blood. Now, what are the complex carbs? Nicknamed good. Complex carbohydrates like legumes, whole grains, fruits, and vegetables contain fiber and starch. Both fiber and starch are polysaccharides, meaning they are made up of many units of sugar and resemble a long chain. The body has to work harder and longer in order to break them down and use. That's why complex carbs provides us with a more prolonged satiety sensation and a longer lasting energy. Complex carbs are also broken down into simple sugars, but the real nutritional value difference depends on the presence of other nutrients that compose the food. For instance, fructose can be found in soda and pastries, but is also in fruit. Even though both foods contain fructose, fruit is obviously a healthier choice because it also contains fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants. The fiber in fruit helps slow down the digestion of carbs, which is why your blood sugar doesn't spike as much as after gulping down a soda or a candy bar. Same thing happens with vegetables and grains. They also contain simple sugars, mostly in the form of sucrose, but their starches slow down their absorption, and mostly they also provide you with a hefty dose of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. And now let's talk about 5 of the most common simple carbs to avoid, and I'm gonna give you also some alternatives. 1. Soda and fruit juices. You are better off preparing a jar of water infused with fruit pieces or lemon juice with a little bit of stevia. 2. Cakes, pastries, and cookies. You are better off satisfying your sweet tooth with fresh fruit, a creamy matcha tea with stevia, a chia pudding, an acai bowl with granola, baked sweet vegetables like yams, sweet potatoes, squashes, cut into pieces and sprinkled with cinnamon and maple syrup. 3. Salty snacks. You are better off satisfying your salty cravings with crunchy crudité of veggies and dip, hummus, garlic spread, guacamole, an apple with almond butter, a bowl of steamed veggies with tamari sauce, or a good old bone broth with lemon drunk like a tea. 4. White rice, white bread, and white pasta. Switch to brown or wild rice. Look for whole grain or gluten-free breads and replace the wheat pasta by quinoa or brown rice pasta. 5. Those sugary boxed cereals. You are better off making your own cereal, combining dry fruit, seeds, and nuts. Go nuts! And now the complex carbs you should eat more. 1. Legumes, like lentils, beans, chickpeas, etc. Fiber apart, these are a good source of folic acid, iron, and potassium. 2. Fruits rich in fiber, like apple, pineapple, papaya, plums, berries, figs, peaches, and fresh pears. 3. Fiber-rich vegetables, like fresh leafy greens, asparagus, carrots, and cooked veggies like beets, mushrooms, turnips, and squash, broccolis, artichokes, and green beans. 4. Whole grains, nuts, and seeds, like quinoa, brown rice, buckwheat, almonds, pistachios, and pecans, sunflower seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds, all the seeds. Conclusion: Try to avoid simple carbs, such as everything that is made in a plant, and try to aim for complex carbs. Complex is always better, such as everything that is made from a plant. Not only complex carbs will provide you with detoxifying fiber, but they will also provide you with a more steady supply of energy, as well as a plethora of beneficial nutrients. Well, that's all for today. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please like it, share it, and subscribe so you keep on getting the following habits. Until then, try some of the alternative options I gave you and tell me how did it go. Take care of your tempo. Ciao, ciao.